100.7 and 103.7 WTIB present Talk of the Town with Henry Hinton. News, sports, and community information and everything that's going on around town. Now, with Talk of the Town, here's your host, Henry Hinton.
Hour 2 here on Monday morning, March the 10th. Welcome in, Henry and Trent and Carly Swain.
Morning.
At the news desk. Good morning to you. It's going to be a sunny day. It's already sun shining out there. I'm liking it.
So excited.
I like it a lot.
I like it
30,
a lot.
37 degrees.
Give me another day like yesterday.
Going to 72. How about warmer? How about 76 tomorrow?
I'll take it.
If I didn't have so much to do,
I'll take
I'd
it. You
start
know why
to
I'll
think
take
about playing hooky tomorrow.
Because it's going to get cooler. And if you're like some people I know that read the Farmer's Almanac, the end of March is not looking good.
You know, Tom and Sadie have been talking about that. Sadie believes in that almanac.
It's been spot on.
Are you
all
guys
winter long.
buying it? Are we going to have
I
like
don't know.
another
I
blast
hope
of
not.
winter?
Golly, I hope not.
I mean, it's going to be in the 40s on Thursday.
I'm so ready to hang up my coat. I'm so ready. I know
but you know
DOT
what? I'm
offices are tired of hearing from us.
I'm beginning to think that, you know, these people that live in like Syracuse, New York, that are depressed all the time, I get it now. I get it.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, one of my college buddies is a TV guy up in Buffalo. I'm like, how do you stand living in it?
Yeah, I thought
But
maybe
we've
it was
had a
just,
Buffalo kind of winter. Well, maybe not, but
No, well, I mean, our 4 inches is their 17. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But to be fair, this is kind of something that we had talked about, I think, last week. You know, our state isn't prepared for that kind of stuff. So it is that much more of a hassle because we don't have that many snowplows that they do in Buffalo. We don't handle it like them because we don't have the same equipment they do. So it makes sense. So it's okay that it's slightly debilitating for us, when we have 4 inches because we're not used to it. It makes sense.
yeah. I was just reading this during the news break. There's a family in Florida that got sick. The whole family had to be hospitalized over the weekend because they bought steak from a Walmart. Which probably happens all the time. But this was a special steak. It was tested later, and it was tainted with LSD.
Who does that?
The mother was 9 months pregnant. Doctors had to induce labor. She and the baby ended up being fine, along with the husband and the 2 other kids. But, you start to think about what was the motivation of somebody doing that and why?
Yeah.
Walmart from where?
It was in Florida.
Florida?
Yeah.
Another crazy Florida story.
Yeah. LSD in your steak. That's crazy.
She was
unbelievable.
9 months pregnant.
9 months pregnant.
Wow.
Yeah. She's lucky. I guess
just
the baby's
okay.
okay. Probably better that she was 9 months pregnant than 4 months pregnant.
Because they could, the baby was,
Yeah, exactly.
developed. Wow.
And did you see that we're getting 2 more Walmarts in Greenville?
2?
This is not a joke.
Yeah.
This is a serious. I'm being serious. There, we got the new Walmart out on Highway 33 now on the east side of town. Walmart has just announced they're going to build 2 more Walmarts in Greenville. One is going to be out on Regency Place, the Regency Boulevard out there, Memorial Drive across, between, where the between the Pizza Inn and Pitt Community College area. That new road, the new boulevard. And I can't remember now where the other one was going to be. Where's the other one going to be?
I forgot to.
But they're going to build what they call the mini Walmarts. They're not going to be nearly the size of the 2 big Walmarts that we have. But do we really need 4 Walmarts in Greenville? For crying out loud, 4 Walmarts? We're going to be a 4 Walmart town.
4 Walmart town.
Let's just call Greenville Walmartville. And when we have our forum and our economy discussion coming up, I would like to ask the panel what they think about that, because frankly, let's just be honest with each other here. Walmart is not good for local businesses. The other one that's right. Yeah, somebody, who's it, Phil? I'm not sure who it was that just texted me and said, Cheryl Thompson. Thank you, Cheryl. Cheryl just texted me and said the second Walmart is going to be off of Fire Tower Road by the Carmike Theater, in front of the Carmike Theater. That's correct. That's exactly where it's going to be. So 2 new Walmarts. And those are pretty close together when you think about it.
Kind of, yeah.
So a new one off Fire Tower and a new one off Regency Boulevard.
And certainly if you compare the distance between the one on Greenville Boulevard and the one out off 10th Street, yeah, those are pretty close.
But I remember I've told this story before. I remember when I came to Greenville and started my first company here in 1989. I've told this story before. There was no Circuit City. Of course, Circuit City is now gone also.
Right.
There was no Target. There was no Walmart in Greenville in 1989. They all moved in right after that. But I remember when I moved to Greenville, I counted up one time. There were 11 different places in Greenville, actually in Greenville and Pitt County, where you could buy a television set.
Wow.
11. 2 years after Circuit City opened and Walmart opened, there was one. Greenville TV and Appliance was the only one left.
Where you could buy a TV?
Where you could buy a TV.
Walmart.
I meant other than those places.
Oh.
I'm talking about the places, the local businesses.
I see what you mean.
You know, they ran all the local people out of business. You know, it was all these. There was a local TV shop here. There was one there. There were local TV stores, and there was one in Farmville. There was VA Merritt downtown. There was Harmon's out on Trade. There were 11 different places in Pitt County where you could buy a television set.
That's interesting.
And after Walmart and Circuit City opened, Greenville TV, Malcolm Williams, because of his great service, and everybody knows the great job that Greenville TV has always done, Malcolm was the only one who survived, and he had to expand what he did. You might remember he expanded his business and went into betting and things like that.
Wow.
Because you can't be competitive in buying what a local TV shop can buy a TV for versus what Circuit City or Target or Walmart can buy them for. And so you question, is it good for the local economy? What do you think? 561-8255. 561-8255. What do you think about Greenville getting 4 Walmarts? Charlie, good morning. Charlie's up first. How are you?
Good morning, Henry. I'm on the Board of Adjustment, and we approved a special use permit for those 2 new Walmarts because they also have gas stations as part of them.
So they're going to be kind of small, I guess.
Right. In fact, these aren't really Walmarts per se. They're Walmart grocery stores. So it's not going to be the full-blown Walmart. It's mostly grocery stores for both of those new ones.
But are we getting to the point where Walmart just controls too much of the retail market in this country?
Well, they wouldn't be here if we didn't want them to be.
Well, that's true. If people didn't, it's a free market, and if they weren't successful, they wouldn't be here. You're right about that, Charlie. You're right about that. But there's a sad part of it to me that it kind of takes away an opportunity for a local person, and then all that revenue is leaving here and going to Bentonville, Arkansas.
Well, you're exactly right. Although they will be hiring quite a few people, which is the plus side. But I like to buy locally when I can. But it'll be a nice trade-off. I guess people will vote with their pocketbooks.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. All right, Charlie. Thank you for that. That's good input. 561-8255. 561-8255. We've had this conversation about Walmart many times before. I do not go into Walmart. I will not. Do you go into Walmart, Carly? Mm-hmm. You do? Yeah. So you buy stuff at Walmart? I just will not go in there. I don't like going into those big box stores. The only time I ever go in there, I take my grandson over to Target every now and then and to look at the toys and maybe buy him a toy. Let him go pick something out like once or twice.
A week.
Spoiler alert! It's not true. If his mother's listening, it's not true. But that's the only time I actually go into those stores is when or when my wife makes me go. 561-8255. Milton. Good morning, Milton.
Henry.
You're on. How are you?
How you doing, Henry?
Nice to hear from you.
I'm from Coleraine, just across the river from where you grew up at.
Yes, sir.
And give you a good example of what Walmart could do, how the cities look after their own businesses, look at your old hometown or Eaton, North Carolina.
Yeah, they kept Lowe's out.
All the local businesses over there is booming. Every store on Main Street's full. And no Walmart.
That was controversial. Milton, was there a Walmart trying to come to Edenton? I know that there was one of those big Lowe's superstores was trying to come out there.
Yeah, I'd heard about Lowe's, and of course the rumors about Walmart. Now I understand they're trying to get one of these Walmart Express, something like you're talking about. Those two coming to Greenville, but they did just build a new Dollar General over there, but it's not one of those metal thrown up buildings. I think it's made out of colonial brick, so they try to make it blend in with the area, I guess.
You know, you're right about that, Milton. If you go downtown Edenton, it's one of our few eastern North Carolina downtowns that is thriving, and you know, maybe that's why. Maybe that's why. Yeah, there's no
chains out.
Yeah. And these businesses are owned by local people that spend their money right there in these eastern North Carolina towns like Edenton. Whereas when you go shop in Walmart, and I'm not trying to get people not to go to Walmart. Look, my wife goes to Walmart, but I mean you think about it. When you go to Walmart, you're sending your money to Arkansas.
Yes.
Yeah.
One of the few smaller towns still got a movie theater on Main Street.
Yeah. That's exactly right. The old Taylor Theater, been there many times.
And they were all they were having to go to HD, and they raised enough local funds to let it go HD, so the man keep the door open.
Milton, good to hear from you. Thank you, man.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, 5618255. Let's go to Justin. Good morning, Justin.
Good morning, Henry. I just wanted to comment. I'm on the board of adjustments with Charles.
Yeah.
As well, and I think he made an excellent point that it's you know, they wouldn't come here if people didn't want to shop there, then they obviously wouldn't have a market, and they do because they appeal to a whole lot of people. But going on what you said, when you know, and I can reason with you to say that's, you know, I don't want to go into a big box, I don't want to go into the huge super mega store, which is exactly, Walmart knows that, and what they've done is that they've created a concept which will attract a shopper like you because it's a 40,000 square foot box. It's not a 140,000 square foot box. And it's going to appeal to you because it's a neighborhood market. And what they're seeing is that they're seeing that they're obviously losing some market share to somebody who might go to CVS, who might go to a smaller box like a Food Lion. And they're saying, hey, we're losing market share there, so let's change our image a little bit. Let's tone it down from the, you know, huge monster mega store where you're going to go get Q-tips and get your tires and oil changed at the same time to appeal to a shopper very similar to yourself that wants to come in there and buy fresh local produce, and that's exactly what Walmart does. And so I'm not an advocate. I'm just sort of a, you know, I look at economies like, hey, look, if there's a market there, then people will, you know, then companies will find a way to appeal to that.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, they'll probably be very successful. They'll probably but I go back to my, you know, and Justin, you're wrong about one thing. They're not going to attract me because I hate shopping anywhere. I just don't like to shop. They're going to do
your best to get in your pocket. You can bet that's for sure.
Back to the TV thing. You know what? I want Jason Pear to come put it in my house. I don't want to go buy it.
I agree with that. Listen, I agree with that 110%. Moreover, I think that you know, when you see these companies that'll come in, I mean, they do want to appeal to a certain market. Yeah. And so, you know, they're going to evolve with time, and if they don't, then just like Greenville TV and Appliance, they evolved with time. And if you stop doing that, I mean, if all of a sudden that people, you know, people are leaving radio, then you say, well, I'm going to get on the web, and you do that, and then all of a sudden your business evolves to that next thing. So I mean,
I hear you. All right, Justin.
And
good
one last comment though, before I jump off, and I know you're spurring the argument to say, hey, look, the money goes to Arkansas, but let's be honest, though, that place is going to pay a whole lot of property taxes. It's going to pay a whole lot of sales taxes. It's going to employ a whole lot of people. And the money that we would be spending, you know, it's kind of like the iPad thing. Well, why are iPads made in China? Because if they weren't, your iPad wouldn't cost $400.
Yeah, but let me play devil's advocate for you with you, Justin. They're going to pay a lot of property taxes, and they're going to put some local businesses out of business that are paying property taxes already. That's what worries me. Because Walmart, let's face it, they're the 800-pound gorilla. They can buy cheaper than anybody.
That's right.
They can buy cheaper than anybody. So the local guy here in Greenville that owns a business, he can't buy as cheap as they can buy.
No, but he can sell himself on service. He can sell himself on environment.
Right.
He can sell himself on being that guy, and he's going to have to do that because if it's all about price, which you've just clearly said it's not all about price. It's about the experience that you have when you go in there.
Yeah.
And so if that's the way it is, then that local business owner is going to have to step up his game. He's going to have to maybe send out some thank you notes. He's going to have to maybe do some things that says, hey, look, if it's not all about price, let's go toe-to-toe, and I'm going to beat them with service.
All right, Justin. Thanks, man.
We'll see you.
Appreciate the call. A couple of Board of Adjustments members calling in this morning. Let's go to Jeff. Good morning, Jeff. How are you?
Hey, bud, look, they're doing the same thing in Pamlico County. They're building a new Walmart there in Grantsboro. They're also putting a mini Walmart there in Oriental.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same thing. We've got McDonald's that come into town. There weren't enough business for them to even stay open 24 hours a day. They've already gone back to just regular hours. What's Walmart going to do? We don't even have enough business, I don't think, to keep that store open. Now, I know they.
Well, you think about, I know a little bit about Pamlico County. You got some good businesses down there. You got hardware stores down there in Alliance and Bayboro, and some nice businesses down there in Oriental. How are they going to compete with Walmart?
Exactly. You hit exactly. I mean, Grantsboro is actually 12 minutes away from Newbern.
Yeah.
I mean, the 4-lane now, but you hit the nail on the head there when you told them. I mean, it's not about the revenue of that place. Look at what it's going to put empty. Look at the buildings that's going to be empty because of this. Because Walmart sells a little bit of it all.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? That's my problem with it. I mean, I just don't think we're big enough to accommodate that.
All right, Jeff, thank you. Lines are jammed here. Right. We got to get Carly on here. Carly, stand by. Let's go to Bob real fast. Bob, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Just, can you hear me, Henry?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Good deal. Been here about 40 years now. I've been self-employed 37 since I've been out of East Carolina. You got to look at the what's going on here. I mean, look at the success of other places like, give you example, Trade Wilco. I think he's done fairly well. He's a local business guy.
Oh, yeah.
Overton, when I was doing my grocery, my laundry in Jarvis Street, Parker was over there sweeping the floors. He's very, very successful. Bill Clark's done very, very, very well. Look how many food lines. I've got a little experience because a daughter used to work at Food Line. There's about 11 or 12 food lines here in Pitt County, or Greenville alone. They are a Belgian-based company. So when you shop at Food Line, the money doesn't go to Bentonville, United States. It goes to Belgium, a foreign country. You have very successful people here who have made the changes, like the guy at the TV appliance. There are other people who haven't been successful because they haven't made the changes. I'm in my 60s. I'm past what most people say retire. But just like Warren Buffett, in my 60s, I still work every day. As a matter of fact, my dad raised 6 kids. Last thing I'm going to tell you, he said this: it's not what you make, son, it's what you keep. And with that, Henry, I'm going to get out of my Tahoe, which is 15 years old, paid for, as the house is, going to shop, my favorite
you are my hero.
Body store. I'm right in the parking lot of Wally World. I love it, and I have great admiration.
See, Bob, you probably got $1 million in the bank. You're like the guy they write about in that book, The Millionaire Next Door, that drives the 15-year-old pickup truck.
Yep.
The people who have the money, sometimes you don't know because they don't look like they got the money. And the people who who are trying to look like they got the money, sometimes they're so leveraged up to their head that
Well, that's true. But the thing is, Henry, what I like to do is I like to sleep at night. Don't like anybody knocking on my doors asking that I owe them anything, because I have nothing to prove and only one to please. And I came from a pastor friend of mine who came from Wilmington. Have a great day. I want to go in here and shop at my favorite store. Have a great day.
Enjoy your day shopping at Walmart. All right, we got folks on hold. We got to get Carly in for a quick news headline. If you're on hold, please don't hang up. We'll come get to you in a minute. 23 after 8. Time for a news update right now. Let's go to the news desk. Here's Carly Swain.
Good morning, Henry. Quick update here. About 37 degrees if you're stepping outside in Greenville this morning. Time now is 8:23. Here are your WITN News headlines for this Monday. A local woman waking up in jail today, arrested overnight on charges of child abuse. Deputies tell us 26-year-old Nikema Telford was arrested by Greenville police around 1:30 this morning. She's charged with misdemeanor child abuse and assaulting a child under the age of 12. She's being held on a $17,000 bond ahead of her first court appearance. That happens a bit later this morning. And we are working to find out more this morning about what started a fire at a business in the east. Dispatchers tell us it was on Stokestown St. John's Road, just east of Highway 43 in Chicod. Firefighters were called to a business around 8:30 last night for that fire. We know that no one was hurt. We'll keep you posted as we get more details today. The mayor of a town that is just a few weeks away from losing its hospital is set to address that issue with the Beaufort County Commissioners tonight. Mayor of Belhaven, Adam O'Neill, is on the agenda to speak at the Beaufort County Commissioners meeting. Vidant Health said it plans on closing Vidant Pungo Hospital on April 1st, with plans to build a 24/7 multi-specialty care clinic in the coming months. Mayor O'Neill has been very outspoken against the hospital shutdown and has said that publicly he doubts Vidant will build the new clinic. The commissioners' meeting starts at 5 o'clock tonight. That's a look at your WITN News update. Time now is 8:25. Henry, back to you.
All right, let's check weather real fast, and then we've got one more caller on the Walmart thing. We're going to move on. McGee's here with our weather update. What you got, McGee?
Plenty of sunshine both today and tomorrow. Highs around 75, 76 degrees. Tonight, clear skies, lows in the low 40s, and clear skies for tomorrow night with lows in the low 50s. Wednesday, a chance of showers back in the forecast with a high of 71 degrees.
All right, let's go to Terry. Terry's been holding through the news break. Good morning, Terry. How are you?
Good morning, Henry. It's Terry Mundy. Hope you all
doing
Terry.
Well. Nice to hear your voice.
Yeah. Well, let me just point out one thing, because, obviously my wife and I, you know what we do, and we work with small businesses. And one thing,
you're a CPA, right, Terry?
Yep, that's right. Yeah. I know I can say that. Right? Anyway, one thing that gives the Walmarts and the big companies an edge over your local businesses is the excessive regulatory environment that we live in.
Yeah.
We had a guy down towards Little Washington trying to open a little shop. He had to clear some land. It took over a year to get the Diener permits, and this was under our previous administration. So, our guy in Raleigh, I know he's trying to work on that, but you got a small guy. By the time they get all the permits, the regulations, and go through all that, it's very tough. Where a company like Walmart, they got a team of pros. They come in, they know what to do. They got the money. They got
a complete stable of lawyers.
Yeah, and it's tough for a small guy to get through. And, get to the point of opening the doors and financing all that money up front. Where how long it took them to get to Walmart on 33? 3 years?
Yeah. A lot of that was held up because of the site selection. The original site was rejected by the city council.
Yeah, but it's a real burden for your small guy to get a foothold in.
Yeah.
And it's be nice. I know seems like our current administration, particularly on Diener, is working hard on that, and I applaud that a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Secretary Scavarla is doing a great job with that.
Yeah.
I will say this: the one positive in this for me is to see new commerce coming to town. Even though I'm not a Walmart fan, if you are and you shop there, that's your prerogative. It's mine prerogative. It's mine not to. But to see some new development out on Regency Boulevard, I think is good because that's a brand new street. It's only been out there. It's only been open about a year, right? And And so seeing something coming in and developing, here's the thing. In Greenville, if you build it, they will come. We're very fortunate here to have the economy that we have. And so they'll probably do very well there.
Yeah, there's nothing that breeds development like a new road.
Yep, exactly. All right, Terry, nice to hear from you.
All right, thanks, Henry.
All right, 28 after 8 o'clock. Let's get a break in and come back. More Talk of the Town Monday, March the 10th. We will be back with more. Stay with us.
The question is, can the disease be managed before it causes harm? Are there lifestyle changes that can help prevent it in the first place? And can a health system really make a difference? At Vidant Health, we're empowering people with tools and resources to detect and manage chronic disease. Can diabetes education and management help members of your family lead healthier lives? The answer is definitely yes.
website.
Sorry.
Oh, hey, and check out that new look from Pepsi.
I don't know why, but today I feel a little bit different. I feel like I woke up this morning and I can change the world. I can change the world. I guess it's true, yeah.
At the law firm of Hardy & Hardy, we don't simply take cases. We take your case personally.
I've been in several car accidents, and each time I've turned to Hardy & Hardy for help. They are honest, hardworking, and dependable. I've been satisfied with the conclusion of each case, and I would recommend Wayne and Charles Hardy to my family and friends.
You matter to us.
Protecting the rights of the seriously injured.
It's the #1 for everyone sales event going on now at Greenville Toyota. You've heard of 20% off at the mall and the big retail discount stores, but never before on Toyotas. Greenville Toyota announces up to 20% off MSRP on a huge selection of brand new Toyotas. Plus, get 0% financing on 9 new Toyota models, all with the Greenville Toyota Advantage. And we need your trade, so we'll pay you up to 120% of book value, guaranteed. Don't miss the #1 for everyone sales event with new Toyotas up to 20% off MSRP this month at Greenville Toyota.
Unlock the best life has to offer for generations to come. Introducing the Legacy Membership exclusively at Ironwood Golf and Country Club. As a Legacy member, you'll not only enjoy all the benefits of an active, family-friendly lifestyle, your children and grandchildren will enjoy membership status as well. Belonging to Ironwood is remarkable. Sharing it with your entire family is even better. Become a Legacy member today, only at Ironwood Golf and Country Club. Golf at its finest, life at its fullest.
When you're on the go, it's Trade Wilco. No matter where you go in Eastern Carolina, there's sure to be an attractive and always clean Trade Wilco Hess station nearby. For the absolute lowest prices on gas, groceries, and travel necessities, stop at any of the Trade Wilco Hess stations throughout Eastern Carolina. Keep your eyes on the road, but remember to look for the green and white Hess sign. The best part? No one supports the ECU Pirates more. So when you're on the go, it's Trade Wilco. Okay, welcome back to Talk of the Town, and my buddy Emily Jarvis has come in to deliver us a few words this morning. Emily is with A Time for Science, and I'm a huge fan of A Time for Science. People may not realize all that goes on here. My friend Dr. John Bray, who actually used to be my neighbor.
Oh, really?
Yes, we were neighbors. And then, of course, he was involved with Metrics. He was one of the owners of Metrics. And,
right.
And now is he spending full time now doing science stuff?
He is. He is working hard, full time, doing the STEM education out at A Time for Science, and we're working hard to make sure everyone knows what we're doing.
And Emily, what's your official title now?
I'm Executive Director at A Time for Science.
All right. Now, people who do not know what A Time for Science is, tell them, because this is something that people with children need to know, but not only children, anybody who has an interest in science, but I'm telling you, this is going to blow up and be a big deal in this community, I think.
Right, absolutely. And that's a big thing right now, is just getting people aware of what we're doing. We are a nonprofit organization, and we are working hard to not only increase environmental awareness, because we are on about 400 acres of conservancy lands out on site. And but
you're out near Contentia Creek, right?
Right. Just between Ayden and Grifton, off of Highway 11. Very easy to get to. But not only environmental awareness, but STEM education. We want to enhance, that science, technology, engineering, and mathematics literacy in Eastern North Carolina.
And not everybody understands what STEM education is, and you just said it, but it's basically it's the basics.
Right, the basics, and it sounds really complicated.
Science, technology, engineering,
and mathematics.
And mathematics, right? Yeah, which is kind of where we're going in this country.
Absolutely, and really right now, especially in this area and surrounding areas, we're falling behind in that. That area of education. So, it sounds slightly intimidating to people that maybe aren't really well versed in this area, but we work hard to do programs and activities that are really hands-on, and kids especially don't even realize that they're learning science or math while they're doing it. So, but we are, what I really wanted to tell you about today is we are doing something really extra special. We've kicked off a campaign for our planetarium, our capital campaign.
We're going to have a planetarium in Greenville.
A planetarium, yes. And right now we do a lot of astronomy, but it's very, the weather determines whether we can do it or not. This will actually allow us to do the astronomy activities, whether or not the weather is what am I?
Clear.
Clear, you know. And with the dark skies, they've secured really beautiful dark skies, and it's wonderful when we can do it outside. But the planetarium will offer year-round opportunities for.
Now, where will this be built?
It will be on site.
Out there between Ayden and Grifton.
Right. Right next to our Nature Learning Center.
Now, and you and I were talking about this during the commercial break. This is going to be kind of like a bubble dome kind of thing?
Right. Well, what it is, the permanent structure is a geodesic dome. You may have seen a couple of them out, I know down Highway 11, there used to be one very similar on the left as you head out to Kinston. Rob Lassiter is designing the dome.
Okay.
It will be a permanent structure that will be used as programming space when the planetarium is not being used.
Right.
The planetarium that goes inside is actually inflatable, and we've gotten the state-of-the-art digital projector, and so when it's in use, we'll have an inflatable planetarium inside the geodesic dome, but it will also be available for outreach. You know, it gives us the ability to take it to places that may not be able to come to us.
I got you.
So.
I got you. All right, now this is going to be built in Pitt County. Eastern North Carolina will have its first planetarium. Everybody knows about the Moorhead Planetarium in Chapel Hill. That's a permanent structure.
Right.
And, you know, you've taken, people have probably taken field trips there as kids and that kind of thing. But you guys are doing that as well. You talk about how accessible A Time for Science is and who can come and when they can come, and can there be school kids field trips and things like that?
Absolutely. We are really starting to get a lot of Pitt County schools, Greene County schools out, bringing their students out for field trips. I like to call them extended learning opportunities because it's not just a day where it's a free-for-all, you know, to go. They're not only having fun, but they're learning when they're out with us at A Time for Science. And we have done camps. We do camps all summer long for the Boys and Girls Club. And this summer, actually, we are going to have a lot of camps available, a variety of camps available to the public. But right now, we have just opened our fitness trail. We do have a beautiful fitness trail that goes through the property, and we are opening that up from 10 to 2 every Saturday. So families can just come out and enjoy the trail, whether it's walking, strolling through, or running it. And we do have a trail run. I should say this, on the 22nd of this month. We've partnered with Love a Sea Turtle, and it's a 5K trail run. It should be a great event.
Awesome.
5th year in a row.
You know, that's interesting. I actually didn't realize you had a trail that you know families can come out and ride bikes and run and walk and that kind of thing.
Yes, and actually it's funded by Vidant. They've funded this fitness trail, and it's been a wonderful addition.
All right, so now how can folks help? You've got this capital campaign that you're kicking off for the planetarium, so I guess that means you need to raise money.
We do. We need to raise money. Our goal is $500,000. We are already at $207,500, so we're nearly halfway there.
Good.
And we want this to happen. So I encourage anybody that's interested in contributing to this great cause and great thing to have in Eastern North Carolina, they could contact me either by email or by phone.
And that's, of course, me is Emily Jarvis.
Me.
Emily Jarvis, the executive director of A Time for Science. And now, A Time for Science is a 501c3?
It is.
It is a charitable organization, so any donations are tax deductible.
Right, right. We are currently working under the umbrella of GGCF, which is Greater Greenville Community Foundation. So everything is tax deductible.
Right.
Yes.
All right. Very good. How do they contact you?
You can call me, Emily Jarvis, at 252-531-7203, or email me, Emily@atimeforscience.org.
Is there a website?
There is a website. It's atimeforscience.org.
.org.
And the calendar's there. People can look and see what activities we have.
Tell me exactly how to get. You say it's between Ayden and Grifton. Tell me exactly how I get there. Is it easy to describe?
Oh, easy. If you head down Highway 11 towards Kinston, Minji's Bottling Company is on the right.
Right.
You take the immediate right after that, Jacksontown Road, and
so
head straight back.
It's kind of out across from Ayden Grifton High School, sounds like.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very close.
Out in that area.
Very close.
So you turn right, the first right after the Minji's bottling plant. And how far down there is it?
Oh, gosh. I'm not good at this, but I would say maybe a mile.
Okay, so it's close.
It's very close.
Okay.
Not far.
All right, A Time for Science and Emily Jarvis. Again, the website, atimeforscience.org. These guys, you're doing a lot of neat stuff.
Yeah.
And we appreciate you letting us know about the Capital campaign. Keep us posted.
Yes, thanks for having me.
And by the way, we're hoping that we have an interesting presence on our new website, which I've talked to John about forever, but we haven't talked about it recently. So we're hoping to have some information from you guys on our new website, greenvilleheadlines.com, when it launches later this week.
We are looking forward to it.
Right, very good. Good to see you, Emily.
Good to
Thank
see you.
Emily Jarvis. All right, we'll be back. McGee's got sports next.
Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage Company will deliver a storage unit to your home or business today. Stallings Storage is the only local company providing mobile storage units, 8x15 or 8x10. Delivered to your site. If you are remodeling your home or office or need to store merchandise and inventory at your business, you need to call Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage. We deliver, pick up, and store it for you. It's that easy, and there's no need to send your business out of town when your mobile storage needs can be met right here with people you know. Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage is located in Pitt County on Beast Oaks Road. It's a well-secured facility with a living manager. Fixed units range from 5 feet by 10 feet to 40 feet by 40 feet. We store boats, cars, anything you need. We are Pirate supporting pirates. Call Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage today at 321-2300. That's 321-2300.
It's the #1 for everyone sales event going on now at Greenville Toyota. You've heard of 20% off at the mall and the big retail discount stores, but never before on Toyotas. Greenville Toyota announces up to 20% off MSRP on a huge selection of brand new Toyotas. Plus, get 0% financing on 9 new Toyota models, all with the Greenville Toyota Advantage. And we need your trade, so we'll pay you up to 120% of book value, guaranteed. Don't miss the #1 for everyone sales event with new Toyotas up to 20% off MSRP this month at Greenville Toyota.
Unlock the best life has to offer for generations to come. Introducing the Legacy Membership exclusively at Ironwood Golf and Country Club. As a Legacy member, you'll not only enjoy all the benefits of an active, family-friendly lifestyle, your children and grandchildren will enjoy membership status as well. Belonging to Ironwood is remarkable. Sharing it with your entire family is even better. Become a Legacy member today, only at Ironwood Golf and Country Club. Golf at its finest, life at its fullest.
When you're on the go, it's Trade Wilco. No matter where you go in Eastern Carolina, there's sure to be an attractive and always clean Trade Wilco Hess station nearby. For the absolute lowest prices on gas, groceries, and travel necessities, stop at any of the Trade Wilco Hess stations throughout Eastern Carolina. Keep your eyes on the road, but remember to look for the green and white Hess sign. The best part? No one supports the ECU Pirates more. So when you're on the go, it's Trade Wilco.
Many people in eastern North Carolina suffer from diabetes. The question is, can the disease be managed before it causes harm? Are there lifestyle changes that can help prevent it in the first place? And can a health system really make a difference? At Vidant Health, we're empowering people with tools and resources to detect and manage chronic disease. Can diabetes education and management help members of your family lead healthier lives? The answer is definitely yes.
Here we go. Coach Carr pulling up the Frankie Valley. What's up with that, Coach?
We've got to get some new music bumpers. I'm going to make us a
We've
new
actually been playing that one
CD.
since 1962.
We've got to upgrade our bumpers, man.
Can you delete that one for me? Just do it for me.
Neil,
It's gone.
Neil,
He just said it's gone.
I'm going to look out for you, Neil, and get you new. Yeah, you got it. I'm going to get you
That actually was one of my favorite songs when I was 8.
Mike can record us a new bumper CD.
8:44. We're cutting edge here at the show. Cutting edge. 8:44.
The latest and greatest from Frankie Valley.
8:44. In a lot of sports over the weekend, Duke, Carolina. A lot of conference tournaments this week. East Carolina baseball over the weekend. Let's do it. Here's McGee on sports.
I will begin with ECU baseball from Sunday. Marshall knocked off the Pirates 5-2 to pick up its first ever series win over the Pirates. Hurd had just 4 hits on the day to ECU 7, but the Pirates did commit 4 errors on the afternoon, which led to that 5-2 win. ECU drops to 8-7 overall. 1-2 in Conference USA returned to action Tuesday, hosting UNCG in the first of 5 games over 6 days. So the Pirates will play tomorrow against Greensboro. They will play in Wilson against Wake Forest on Wednesday, take off Thursday, get back in action Friday for the game 1 of a 3-game set with Tulane. So again, 5 games over 6 days. The Pirates right now on spring break, so a lot of baseball to be had this week for East Carolina. College basketball from Sunday, NC State sophomore T.J. Warren scored a career-high 42 points as the Wolfpack closed out the regular season with a 78-68 win over Boston College inside PNC Arena. Warren's 42 marks the first time an ACC player has scored at least 40 points in consecutive games since Georgia Tech's Kenny Anderson did it in 1990. NC State, the number 7 seed in this week's ACC tournament in Greensboro, and will play the winner of Miami and Virginia Tech coming up Thursday night at 7 o'clock. Virginia, despite losing to Maryland on Sunday, is the number 1 overall seed. Syracuse, the number 2 seed. Duke, after thrashing North Carolina on Saturday, number 3 seed, and North Carolina, the 4 seed. All 4 of those will play on Friday. They the tournament starts Wednesday, kind of two days to have to wait. Almost a 2-round bye for the top 4 seeds. And again, play tips off on Wednesday. And ECU's men's basketball team in action in their opening game of the Conference USA tournament on Wednesday at 10:30 against UT San Antonio there in El Paso, Texas. 5 teams already in the NCAA tournament, including Wichita State, which won the Missouri Valley tournament title on Sunday and improved to 34-0, matching UNLV's NCAA all-time record from 1991 for victories to start the season. Golf, 23-year-old Texan Patrick Reed became the youngest player to win a World Golf Championship, closing with an even par 72 for a one-shot victory over Bubba Watson and Jamie Donaldson. Tiger Woods, who began the day tied for 4th, he failed to make a birdie in the final round for the first time in his PGA Tour career, en route to a 78, his worst Sunday score ever since turning pro. NASCAR, Brad Keselowski took the checker flag at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, surging ahead of Dale Earnhardt Jr. as Earnhardt Jr. ran out of fuel there toward the end, so big win there for Keselowski. And some high school basketball news of note. Congratulations to the Kinston Vikings. They're back in the state championship game for the 3rd consecutive season. The Vikings will take on North Rowan Saturday in Reynolds Coliseum for the 2 AA title. Wilson Hunt, they got an upset win last week. They will take on Freedom for the 3 AA title in 3 AA men's title at the Smith Center in Chapel Hill. And Riverside, just down the road from us here in Martin County, they're 29-0. They'll battle for the 1A women's title. There you go.
All right, very good. That's our sports update brought to you this morning by Homer Tire, who is not only going to sell your home, but he's going to give you free tickets to the ACC tournament this week. I'll tell you about that in a minute. But if you're looking to sell your home, you need to call Homer at 758-HOME, 758-4663. And, of course, remember the guaranteed sell pledge from Homer. If he doesn't sell the home by the deadline and for the price you need it sold, he will buy the home from you himself, guaranteed. And, as always, you can fire Homer and pay him nothing at Homer Tire. Guaranteed Sell NC. Call him at 758-HOME or visit him on Facebook. And your chance to win 2 tickets to Friday's round of the ACC tournament coming up this week. Just do it today while you're thinking about it. Do it right now. Go to Facebook and find the Homer Tire Team. Don't go to Homer's personal Facebook page. Go to the Homer Tire Team Facebook page and like it. Everyone who likes it, starting last Friday, is going to be in the drawing for 2 tickets to Friday's round at the Greensboro Coliseum, the ACC tournament. All 4 top seeds are going to be playing on Friday. You also get 2 tickets to the buffet dinner that'll be served after the afternoon session, but before the evening session. And by the way, Homer told me that these are 5th row seats. These are not nosebleeds,
Section
baby.
113, row E.
You know that?
I do. I know that.
How do you know that?
Because it says it on the tickets, and I went and looked at the seating chart last night and told my wife to go like his Facebook page.
Right. So, and they're going to draw on Thursday morning, and I think they're coming out to the Summit to draw. So,
good seats.
So that's coming up this week. Your chance to win tickets to the ACC Friday rounds of the tournament. And you got the schedule there for Friday.
Here's what I think it's going to be. I think you'll end up seeing Virginia and Maryland. I think that Maryland's going to beat Florida State. North Carolina, Pitt, Syracuse taking on NC State, and Duke taking on Clemson. That's what I think you might end up seeing on Friday.
Be a good day.
Yeah, it'd be a great day.
Be a good day. It's accessible. Only takes about 2 hours to get over to Greensboro now.
Yeah. Yep.
Remember the days when you went to Greensboro? It was like a full-day trip.
Seemed like it took forever. Yep.
Now you can get to the Greensboro Coliseum probably less than 2.5 hours from Greenville. Pretty amazing. And East Carolina plays tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night, 10:30.
Is it on TV?
I believe it is on TV.
It is? Well, all the TV channels that are on out there for sports, surely that game will be on TV. Who do we play?
UT San Antonio.
Yeah.
You going to stay at the watch that game? That's the thing.
No.
That's a 10:30.
No, but I might DVR it and watch it when I wake up. So.
Come on.
All right, very good. 8:49, make it 8:50, 10 minutes in front of 9 o'clock. Let's get our last break in. We'll be back. More Talk of the Town coming up. It's Monday morning, March the 10th. Going to be a great day weather-wise. Temperatures going up to 72 degrees today. Going to be 76 tomorrow. A little bit of rain coming in on Wednesday, maybe some thunderstorms. Cool things off for Thursday, and then back up in the 60s by the weekend. But the next 2 days, perfect. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Truck Month at East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Lease the new 2014 Ram 1500 for just $199 a month. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep across from the Cracker Barrel in Greenville.
Many people in eastern North Carolina suffer from diabetes. The question is, can the disease be managed before it causes harm? Are there lifestyle changes that can help prevent it in the first place? And can a health system really make a difference? At Vidant Health, we are empowering people with tools and resources to detect and manage chronic disease. Can diabetes education and management help members of your family lead healthier lives? The answer is definitely yes.
Here is the track from Out of Sight.
Sorry.
Oh, hey, and check out that new look from Pepsi.
I don't know why, but today I feel a little bit different. Oh, I feel like I woke up this morning and I can change the world. I can change the world. I guess it's true, yeah.
Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage Company will deliver a storage unit to your home or business today. Stallings Storage is the only local company providing mobile storage units 8x15 or 8x10 delivered to your site. If you are remodeling your home or office or need to store merchandise and inventory at your business, you need to call Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage. We deliver, pick up, and store it for you. It's that easy, and there's no need to send your business out of town when your mobile storage needs can be met right here with people you know. Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage is located in Pitt County on Beast Oaks Road. It's a well-secured facility with a live-in manager. Fixed units range from 5 feet by 10 feet to 40 feet by 40 feet. We store boats, cars, anything you need. We are pirate supporting pirates. Call Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage today at 321-2300. That's 321-2300.
When you're on the go, it's Trade Wilco. No matter where you go in Eastern Carolina, there's sure to be an attractive and always clean Trade Wilco Hess station nearby. For the absolute lowest prices on gas, groceries, and travel necessities, stop at any of the Trade Wilco Hess stations throughout Eastern Carolina. Keep your eyes on the road, but remember to look for the green and white Hess sign. The best part? No one supports the ECU Pirates more. So when you're on the go, it's Trade Wilco.
Come see Eastern North Carolina's largest selection of Jeeps here at East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Drive the all-new 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee for just $349 a month. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep across from the Cracker Barrel in Greenville.
right, we're 4 days away from the Greenville Community Summit, and we're very excited about that. And again, we got to thank our sponsors that have stepped up. This is going to be an important day for the community. I think a great opportunity for everybody to come out and talk about the top issues in our community. And it's going to be 7 to 10 in the morning on Thursday morning, and 3 to 6 in the afternoon. It will be broadcast live on 103.7 if you can't make it, but we do hope you come. It's going to be free to everybody, and we hope you will be there in person because, it's an opportunity to talk to some of the top community leaders. Really, we've got just about all the great community leaders coming in to talk about different issues. It's going to be at the old Beef Barn building, the conference center that is now known as 400 St. Andrews. 7 a.m. hour is going to be crime and safety. Pitt County District Attorney Kimberly Robb, Greenville Police Department Focused Deterrence Coordinator Sergeant Joe Friday will be with us, City Councilwoman Candy Smith, and Sheriff Neil Elks from 7 to 8. 8 to 9, traffic and roads in Greenville. Panelists will be North Carolina DOT Vice Chairman Farrell Blunt, Department of Engineer John Rouse, Greenville Mayor Alan Thomas, Greenville Public Works Director Kevin Mulligan. And in the 9 o'clock hour, I'm really excited about this. This is Town and Gown. When's the last time we sat down and talked about the relationship? How important is the relationship between this community and the university, this community and Pitt Community College? They're two of our driving forces in this community. And so we've got ECU Chancellor Dr. Stephen Ballard, Pitt Community College President Dr. Dennis Massey, Greenville City Manager Barbara Lipscomb, and Greenville City Councilman Calvin Mercer on the 9 to 10 hour. And then we skip to 3 o'clock. And at 3 o'clock, we're going to do an hour on health care in Eastern North Carolina and Greenville being a national leader. Panelists will be Vidant Health CEO Dr. David Herman, Brody School of Medicine Dean Dr. Paul Cunningham, Vidant Medical Center President Steve Lawler, and Vidant Chief of Staff Dr. Greg Murphy. In the 4 o'clock hour, our economic strengths and weaknesses in Greenville, and the panelists will be Pitt economic developer Wanda Uhas and Carl Reese from the city of Greenville, Chamber President Scott Senator, and Tom Taft is going to be with us for that. In the 5 o'clock hour, we'll wrap it up talking about the future of the community with Brian Brown, Lewis Pate, Glenn Webb, and the mayor will be back for that. And thanks to all of our sponsors, Greenville Toyota, Delcor, Wilkerson Funeral Home, and Homer Tire, the Homer Tire team. It is Thursday morning at 400 St. Andrews, the old Beef Barn location. We'll be talking more about it this week. Plan to be there. Everybody have a great Monday. We'll see you tomorrow.
Welcome to Truck Month at East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Lease the new 2014 Ram 1500 for just $199 a month. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep across from the Cracker Barrel in Greenville.
When you're on the go, it's Trade Wilco. No matter where you go in Eastern Carolina, there's sure to be an attractive and always clean Trade Wilco Hess station nearby. For the absolute lowest prices on gas, groceries, and travel necessities, stop at any of the Trade Wilco Hess stations throughout Eastern Carolina. Keep your eyes on the road, but remember to look for the green and white Hess sign. The best part? No one supports the ECU Pirates more. So when you're on the go, it's Trade Wilco.
Many people in eastern North Carolina suffer from diabetes. The question is, can the disease be managed before it causes harm? Are there lifestyle changes that can help prevent it in the first place? And can a health system really make a difference? At Vidant Health, we're empowering people with tools and resources to detect and manage chronic disease. Can diabetes education and management help members of your family lead healthier lives? The answer is definitely yes.
Sorry. Oh, hey, and check out that new look from Pepsi.
I don't know why, but today I feel a little bit different. Oh, I feel like I woke up this morning and I can change the world. I can change the world. I guess it's true, 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 yeah.
Top Dog Academy is Eastern North Carolina's complete dog training facility. Top Dog provides an excellent environment for dogs of all ages with training services and workweek daycare. Top Dog is located on Highway 43 South, just 4 miles from Bells Fork, and features a comfortable, healthy environment and a spacious facility for daycare and a brand new, beautiful facility for training. Call 752-8215 or visit TopDogOnline.com.
Come on out Highway 43 South to Top Dog Academy, where we know dogs.
Unlock the best life has to offer for generations to come. Introducing the Legacy Membership exclusively at Ironwood Golf and Country Club. As a Legacy member, you'll not only enjoy all the benefits of an active, family-friendly lifestyle, your children and grandchildren will enjoy membership status as well. Belonging to Ironwood is remarkable. Sharing it with your entire family is even better. Become a Legacy member today, only at Ironwood Golf and Country Club. Golf at its finest, life at its fullest.
Come see Eastern North Carolina's largest selection of Jeeps here at East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Drive the all-new 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee for just $349 a month. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep across from the Cracker Barrel in Greenville.